The F-47 isn't just a fighter jet. It's the command center for a swarm of over 1,000 AI drones, and the pilot never has to fire a single weapon himself. Right now, the United States has 150 combat-ready F-22 Raptors. China has over 200 J-20SS and is building more every year. The F-22 is the most lethal air superiority fighter ever built, but the production line shut down in 2009. There are no more coming. When one is lost, it's gone forever. That's the crisis nobody's talking about, and it's exactly why the Air Force just signed a $20 billion contract for an aircraft most people have never heard of, the F-47. But to understand why the F-47 changes everything, you first need to see what it's actually replacing and why the F-35 can't do this job. Quick context, because the F-35 matters to this story. It's a fifth-generation multi-role stealth fighter built to replace three completely different jets: the Air Force's F-16, the Navy's FA-18, and the Marines' A-58B Harrier with one common platform. 3 variants, 20 nations, over 1,300 aircraft delivered. Its real superpower isn't speed, it's the brain. Sensor fusion, 360-degree awareness, and a network that shares its picture with every asset in the battle space. The F-35 isn't just a fighter, it's a flying sensor node. It's also the most expensive weapons program in human history, promised at $50 million per jet, currently running closer to $110 million all in. But despite every overrun and delay, it works. It's proven in real combat. It will be the backbone of Allied air forces for decades. The problem isn't that the F-35 failed. The problem is what it was never designed to do, and the threat it was never designed to face. The F-35 was designed for a specific threat environment, one that no longer exists. 3 problems the Air Force couldn't engineer around. First, range. The F-35A's combat radius is about 590 nautical miles. In the Indo-Pacific, the scenario the Pentagon is most focused on, that puts the Taiwan Strait at or beyond its operational limit. Every mission needs a tanker. Every tanker is a vulnerability. Second, stealth generation. The F-35 stealth was designed to defeat Cold War-era radar. Think of it this way: the old radar was a flashlight. You could hide in the shadows. The new radar is a floodlight. Russia and China have spent 2 decades building exactly that, specifically to find aircraft like the F-35. The arms race moved on, and this one caused a media firestorm. It can't dogfight. In 2015, a leaked test report showed an early F-35A getting beaten repeatedly in close-range combat by an F-16D, the same F-16 it was designed to replace. Headlines ran with it globally. What they missed: that test aircraft was a pre-production shell. No combat software, no helmet-mounted targeting. And more fundamentally, the dogfight question misunderstands what the F-35 was built to do. General Mike Hostage, who commanded Air Combat Command, said it plainly: an F-35 pilot who finds himself in a dogfight has either made a mistake or been very unlucky. The F-35 is designed to kill the enemy before they ever know it's there. 4 F-35s versus 4 F-16 in exercises. The F-35s win every time, not by outturning them, but by killing them beyond visual range before any merge happens. Operation Midnight Hammer in 2025 proved it in live combat. F-35As flew deep into Iranian airspace against one of the world's most sophisticated air defense networks. Not a single shot was fired at them. The enemy never got the chance, because the F-35 was never seen. But that same stealth philosophy has a ceiling. And the F-47 is what happens when you raise it. On March 21st, 2025, President Trump and Air Force Chief of Staff General David Alvin made it official. Boeing had won the contract to build the It replaces the F-22 Raptor, the gap from the intro, the one we can't close any other way. Boeing and Lockheed Martin had each secretly built and flown full-scale demonstrators starting in 2019. The winning contract was worth more than $20 billion just for development, with hundreds of billions more to follow. So what do we actually know about it? Here's the comparison. The F-35 tops out at Mach 1.6. The F-47 exceeds Mach 2. That's not marginal. It changes what engagements the aircraft can initiate or escape from. Range. The F-35A has a combat radius of 590 nautical miles. The F-47 exceeds 1,000. Nearly double. In the Indo-Pacific, the F-47 reaches deep into contested airspace without needing a tanker. The F-35 does. Stealth. The Air Force's own infographic grades it. 35 is stealth. F-22 is stealth plus. F-47 is stealth plus. Designed to defeat the next generation of radar systems that the F-35 wasn't built to evade. But here's what none of that tells you. The F-47's real weapon isn't on the jet at all. In March 2025, the Air Force gave 2 drones a designation that had never existed before in military history. FQ Fighter, unmanned. The YFQ-42A, built by General Atomics, and the YFQ-44A, built by Anduril. The first unmanned aircraft in history, officially classified as fighter jets. Both have already flown, the first in August 2025, the second in October. They're already in operational evaluations at Nellis Air Force Base, less than 2 years from contract to flying. The F-47 pilot issues mission commands: go here, strike this, escort that, and the AI handles execution. The human sets the intent, the machine carries it out. Here's the comparison that matters. Each drone costs around $25 million. An F-35 costs $110 million. You could lose 4 drones and still come out ahead, and no pilot went down with them. Scale that up. One F-47 commanding 10 drones gives you 11 aircraft worth of combat power for the price of less than 2 F-47s. The drones carry extra weapons, extend sensors hundreds of miles further, fly into the most dangerous airspace first, and draw fire away from the pilot. It's not just more firepower, it's firepower that's expendable. Here's what makes this genuinely transformational beyond the near term. Military capability has always scaled with budget, more money, more jets, more pilots. Drones break that equation. You can't make a pilot cheaper. You can make a drone cheaper. As AI matures and manufacturing scales, each generation gets more capable without a proportional price increase. The long-term vision isn't 1,000 drones. It could be multiples of that. A single F-47 pilot in the 2040s may quarterback a force that would have required dozens of jets and pilots a generation earlier. The F-47 isn't replacing the F-35. They're designed to work together. The Air Force's vision is a 3-layer architecture, the F-47 leading deep penetrations into the most defended airspace on Earth, an upgraded F-22 fleet holding contested zones, and the F-35 as the globally deployed backbone. Together, they present adversaries with multiple simultaneous problems that no single strategy can solve. The F-47 won't be cheap. Each jet is estimated at $250 to $300 million, with an initial development contract already worth over $20 billion. The Air Force plans 185 of them, one for each F-22 they're retiring. The difference is the drones change the math. $300 million buys you a quarterback, not just a player. Boeing confirmed in late 2025 that the first F-47 is already being manufactured in St. Louis. What does it take to own the skies against a true peer adversary in 2035, in the most contested airspace ever built? The F-35 shows us the now. The F-47 will show us the future of aerial combat. Next up, how the autonomy actually works and what the next generation looks like. Subscribe so you don't miss it.